Good morning, girls. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a new video. I am excited because if you can tell, one, by the way that I'm dressed, and two, everything behind me, today is the day. It is my annual cozy holiday decorate with me. I am so excited for today's video. I just finished pulling up all of the decorations from downstairs. That was an entire feat. So I went upstairs and I got changed into this outfit. I stayed in my cozy bus drop-off outfit because I knew I was going to be sweating, bringing all of these boxes up. My Aura ring was like, we detect a workout. I was like, yes, you did detect a workout. That is very true. So now that I've got all of the decorations up here, I think we're gonna get started by making my eggnog protein coffee because this was a huge hit last year in my holiday bake with me, which, by the way, girls, we just finished finalizing all of those recipes and that video will be coming very soon. But this was a recipe that I featured last year in my healthy holiday bake with me. It was the protein eggnog latte. So to get the party started, I feel like it feels right to start with the coffee and get in the spirit. I have here behind me on the TV a little Christmas print going. I have Christmas classics playing throughout the house. So it definitely feels very Mariah Carey. It's time right now. So let's go ahead and make our protein eggnog latte to get the party started and then get moving because we've got a lot to do. Typically, I split this day up into 2 days just to get everything done. Stay tuned with how much I can get done today. If not, last year I split it up into 2 days and the year before. And I feel like it's more enjoyable when I do that. But we will see how much energy this eggnog latte gives me to get through, to get everything done. If not, 2 days makes it relaxing and enjoying. But I am so excited to hang out with you girls. And thank you so much for being here and watching my holiday 2025 decorate with me. I hope that you get all of the cozy vibes and that you get excited for the holiday season ahead. Okay, let me turn down the music so I don't get in trouble. Hold on. We are bumping the Christmas music. Okay, girls, so we have made our very first eggnog latte of the season. Now, I know what you're thinking, and don't worry, I'm going to empty out my Yeti and put this in there because the key with these lattes, my protein lattes, is because of the gelatin. You have to drink them in an insulated mug, otherwise it will turn into Jello coffee, which you could absolutely eat. It would still give you the health benefits, but I'm not sure about you. I'm in it to drink the eggnog latte, and girls, this packs 35 grams of complete protein in your coffee. I mean, can you think of a better way to start your day and to enjoy the seasonal flavors without worrying about how coffee can impact your hormones, your energy? So many of you girls have said to me that, you used to drink coffee and it would give you the jitters, and then you started drinking my Heritage, just my regular protein coffee recipe, and it changed all of that. Now, I do know that there's added sugar in that eggnog, but you saw I quite literally added 1 tablespoon, maybe 1.5 tablespoons, not even 2 full tablespoons. So let's see what the sugar content is. For half a cup, it's 17 grams of sugar. So I probably got 2 grams of sugar in this. Am I concerned? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm enjoying my beautiful seasonal eggnog latte. So I am going to transfer it. I did that, I was simultaneously filming for Instagram. So, I did that to make it easier for everybody to see kind of how I put the ingredients together. And I mean, come on, it's a Christmas mug, but I am going to transfer it to our Yeti and then get to work over here. I think we're going to, do I start with the The tree is always the one that kind of like gets me. Maybe I don't start with the tree. Maybe I start with the shelves because that is like instant gratification. Like seeing the decorations on the shelves, I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with the shelves and then we'll move on to the tree because that'll kind of give me that dopamine hit to give me the boost alongside my eggnog latte. I almost said protein. Alongside my eggnog latte to have the energy to kind of get through and get everything going. Also, one thing I wanna add, I did wanna add this. About a year ago, I started adding the creatine to our protein coffee. You cannot taste it. I do at least 10 grams of creatine every single day. I've done that for a very long time. I've done 5 grams of creatine every single day since 2018, right after I had Sawyer. And then in 2020, I went up to 15 to 20 grams of creatine during COVID. I used to do it in the form of Oxalate Sport. That doesn't exist anymore. Many of you who've watched me for a very long time are familiar with how I would talk about Oxalate a lot. Then I scaled back to 10 grams and that's just kind of my baseline. So I'll do 5 grams in my greens or in water and then 5 grams in my coffee to give me that 10 grams on a day where maybe I didn't get as much sleep. Last night I slept great, but on a day maybe I didn't get as much sleep, I will do upwards of 20 grams. But that is something I did want to say, that I do like to have creatine in my coffee and the protein coffee as well, because quite simply you cannot taste it and it gives you all of the boost, because creatine in a warm beverage is great. If you're somebody who struggles with GI issues, then I highly recommend adding creatine to your coffee because it'll counteract those GI issues that you have by drinking it in a cold beverage. Okay, only one broken nail, girls, and this entire side of shelves are done. Now I'm going to cruise through. I did shift a few things around from last year. I don't even know if I have to give my spiel at this point, but if you are new, and I know thousands of you are, but if you are new, one thing I always say about holiday decor is that we have a more minimal home. If you're watching this video, you probably get that sentiment. I'm not a big fan of going out and buying brand new decorations every single year for many of reasons. One being I love when I find something that I love and I purchase it, I like to use it over and over again. Like the feeling of waste gives me the ick. Next to that, I am somebody who grew up in a very traditional home with very big Christmases. I have a huge family on either side. My grandparents on both sides went all out for Christmas. Now that doesn't mean like tons and tons of presents. I just mean decorating their home. My grandma had the same tree every single year. My dad and his brothers would literally take her tree fully decorated and move it upstairs to the attic and then bring it back down. So I remember the same decorations year after year at my parents' house, at both sides of my grandparents' house, and I love that nostalgia feeling, and I want to give that same sentiment to our children. So I love like the classic decorations. Now, would I love to have like a super modern decorative style? I think I would. I said that many years ago, but now that I've really like leaned in to like the classic red and green, I don't think I would. I don't think I would like the black and white super modern Christmas. I like the style and I like to reuse the same decorations over and over again. I have mixed a few things up, nothing crazy, but I have added like a few newer things to the home. But pretty much I would say it's like 90% the same as what I did last year and the year before. And that's okay. Like honestly, I feel like many people, if you're a content creator, you feel the pressure to buy new decorations, one, because it's your job. And so I fully understand that. But honestly, like if I have the things, I love them, I want to use them over and over again. Unless I'm going to donate them or gift them to a family member, I don't see the need to buy new decorations every single year. But I have mixed a few things up over here. It's a little bit different than it was last year. I've added like a few more picture frames to it. I've added a bit more red, bright pops of red, and I'm really loving the way that it's coming together. We're cruising. It's almost noon at this point, so I'm gonna keep going through here. Hopefully I can get the tree up before the kids get home. I don't know if I'll have it decorated. Definitely not. I probably won't have it decorated, but I can definitely get the tree up and assembled and maybe a few decorations starting to put on the tree. And then tomorrow we will most likely finish the banisters, and upstairs, the kids' room, I have decorations for their room. Right over here on the chair, I will probably finish all of that up tomorrow. Okay, girls, I've got the shelves the way I want it. It is 12:45 p.m. and it looks like look outside. It literally looks like it's 6 o'clock at night. But I'm gonna just I realized like the countdown to Christmas is supposed to move over, and then I do my little snow globe here. And now that I have the shelves exactly the way I like them, I'm gonna go add my picks. And so I add different picks to all of the greens, and then we're gonna replace the batteries, and then we're gonna pop up the tree. But let me grab the picks that I add. Okay, so we have little pine cone picks and then little berry picks. These are always and forever my favorite. I have a few different variations. I have some from Target. I have some from Balsam Hill. I have some from Hobby Lobby, and I have some from Amazon. I have a mix. I will link what I can below for you girls, but I would go through and I add these into the little greens here. So I just kind of go through. I'm gonna climb up here because I'm short and it makes it easier. But I just go through, and then I also have these like sparkly little red flowers. So I'm gonna just go through and add these in as like a nice little touch. And I'll do a close-up shot here in a second, but I just kind of put them sporadic, and then I also bunch them as well, and I'll go to the other side and do the same thing. Okay, I've just started the tea kettle because I need a little bit of a reset. I'm gonna make peppermint, or do I do ginseng? Peppermint feels festive, but ginseng feels like the right call. Stay tuned. So while I wait for the kettle, I am going to go ahead and take one of my BioOptimizer's magnesium breakthrough. So I already had 2 this morning alongside my vitamin D. Every single morning I take at least 5,000 IUs of vitamin D. The sun is out right now, but sometimes in the winter months, I will go upwards to 8,000 to 10,000 just based on my individual blood work. So every morning I take one of the BioOptimizer's magnesium breakthroughs with my vitamin D, which I've already done this morning. But now before I go ahead and set up the tree, which is definitely going to take quite a bit of energy, I want to get it fully set up before the kids get off the bus. I'm going to take another one of my magnesium breakthrough. So I know that oftentimes when we hear magnesium, we think about deep, restful sleep. And while that is absolutely true, I do take 2 of the magnesium breakthrough before bed. I take 1 in the morning, 1 midday, and then 2 before bed. So 4 in total throughout the day. The beautiful thing about the magnesium breakthrough is that it does contain 7 elemental forms of magnesium. So it's incredible for mitochondrial health, for ATP, for energy, for cognition, and of course for deep, restful sleep. So taking 1 midday is really helpful for me, especially on a heavy computer working day. When I go from call after call after call to doing lab reviews, I'm being really analytical, and then I have to stand up from my desk and go to the bus, and it is a completely different mindset that I need to be in. So on those days, it's really imperative for me to switch over, to make a tea, to do a sweep of the kitchen, and to take a magnesium. And on any day, it's really helpful for me because it kind of just feels like I've taken a big, deep inhale and exhale. When I take this magnesium right around 2:45 in the afternoon, it's so helpful for me. So I'm going to go ahead and take 1 of my magnesium, and then of course I will also take 2 before bed. But if you've never had the chance to try the BioOptimizer's magnesium breakthrough, now is an incredible time, especially as we're moving into the busy holiday season. So I will have my link as well as my discount code for you in the description box down below, where you can go ahead and give the magnesium breakthrough a try. Okay girls, normally I have Kaya help me for this part, but he is on a call, so I am strong and I am capable of doing this. Girls, I'd bring my phone by you, but I'll get feedback. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon and look at it outside. Oh my goodness. It is definitely motivating for me to have all of the festive cozy lights. Got the tree up. I did it on my own. Typically, I have Kaya help me with that top one. I am 5 foot, almost 5'1", and I did it. I was like shaking and the tree was like stuck in my hair. We popped it on there, we got it. So I've got most of it spread out, the branches. I typically will wear like some of Kaya's work gloves or these ones from Balsam Hill. I just have like very, very, very small hands, so these ones tend to fall off, but these are a lifesaver. I've always done this forever and always. I've always worn gloves to spread out the branches. Okay, as you can see, the very top is not spread out. That is quite simply because even with a ladder and the tallest chair in the house, I can't reach it. So I do have to wait for Kaya to spread out those last few and to put the star on the top of the tree. But it is 2 o'clock. I have time. We're gonna decorate the tree. We're gonna get that going. The stuff there behind me is to go up on the landing. So I think we will do like the banister and the landing up tomorrow because when the kids get home, I have to cook dinner. We have soccer until 8:30 tonight. It is fall indoor, not fall, it is winter. We ended fall soccer on Sunday. Today is Wednesday when I'm filming this. So now we've moved into the winter season. So we have soccer indoors until 8:30 tonight. So I probably won't have time to decorate anymore tonight, which is absolutely fine. I can finish it up tomorrow, which is like a good break. It lets me split the time up a little bit, makes it enjoyable. I've switched to tea. I've washed out my mug from our delicious eggnog protein latte, and I've switched over to a ginseng tea. I hear Jingle Bell Rock happening behind me, so it is all of the vibes. The kids are gonna be so excited. Their room isn't decorated. I tried to get that done today, but taking care of all of this down here takes me the longest. Their room, I can get through it lickety split, so I figure save that for tomorrow. But they're gonna be so excited when they get home. So let's go ahead, take a sip of the ginseng tea, get all the hydration and the energy going, and decorate the tree. Okay, I'm gonna give the spiel that I give every year. Look at her little hand from 2002. Okay, Sawyer, age 4. It says, this Christmas ribbon inside to hang upon the tree is magical for memories because it's as tall as me. So the ribbon in there, oh, you guys. Oh my gosh, so this is the house. This is the house, this is the tree that we do the homemade ornaments in, okay? I know that many people have a separate tree for the homemade ornaments, and they have their own tree, and I'm going to do different trees as well for them. But this is like my tree, and for me, the homemade ornaments will always go on this main tree. It's who I am, it's how I was raised. I was raised in a house that still to this day, still when we go home to my parents' house for Christmas, there are ornaments with my handprint at 4, 5, 6, and 7 years old. So I want to have that tradition here as well. I feel like I explain it every single year, like the homemade decorations, not mixing things up, the handmade ornaments, but that's what we do. And I think it's aesthetic, to be honest with you, because I love it and it makes me happy when I look at my tree and I see their little handprints. OMG, from 3 years ago and how big her hand has gotten. So they will always be up front, center of my Christmas tree. Oh my goodness, girls, the sun has just come out. The bus is going to be here in like 15 minutes. So I am hustling, and now I feel like I've got a really good boost of energy because the sun came out, but so far, so good. I'm not completely done with all of the ornaments. I'm gonna pepper in a few more. And then when Kai is done with calls, I need his help to put the star on the top. But so far, so good. It definitely is coming together. There's a few little spots that I need to fill in. And typically I put on these little brown ones, but I don't know if I'm gonna do it this year. The reason I like it is because it brings like a little earthiness to the tree. And I do like that it ties in with the hardwood floors. I might pop a few in and just see. I envisioned it this year without them, but now that I'm seeing the tree, I kind of feel like it's the missing element. I do, I like it. I like the way it grounds it. I feel like with all of the red, the burlap, it like grounds it with the floor, with the white oak floors. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with them. Okay, girls, this isn't actually my day 2 outfit, but it is day 2. I'm just getting the kids on the bus right now. It is 7:47, and I just saw, I don't want to bring my phone close. It is officially time. Let me put you on airplane mode. Because Starbucks holiday drinks are out today. So we're gonna get the kids on the bus, come back into the office, order the holiday drink. I have a few lab reviews this morning. I'm talking with Lindsay. Lindsay, I'm so excited to connect with you. I'm talking with Ashley. Ashley and I have a one-on-one like recap from her lab review 12 weeks ago. So Ashley and I are connecting, Lindsay and I are connecting, and have a brand call. And then after all of that, I'm going to get changed into my outfit to finish decorating, but we gotta go get the drink. You know how I feel about the hot moldy beans in the PFA cups. It's not my thing, but on a day like today, when the holiday cups are premiering, I gotta go get one. Secured, girls. So good. Okay, girls, we are back in action. It is officially day 2. I am dressed. I was just quick and cozy this morning, getting the kids off the bus. And when Kaya told me that the Christmas cup was available, I knew I needed to run over there as fast as I possibly could before I had morning calls, and I had to get out today's YouTube video, which is last week's YouTube video for you, which was a very busy and very productive day in the life while balancing work and wellness, which honestly is feeling like it's becoming increasingly more challenging, but we are finding a way. Together, we are absolutely finding a way to make things happen, whether we are just being hyper-focused with our routine, also just weaving in wellness into every aspect of my day that I possibly can. So if you missed last week's video, I'll have that linked for you in the description box down below. But now that I am dressed and I am festive, it is time to finish decorating for day 2. So we are going to decorate here on the shelves behind me. We are also going to decorate the banisters going upstairs and the kids' bedroom. So that's the way we're gonna finish off day 2. I'm so excited. I need to get the Christmas music going. I have the candle lit behind me, but first, I also want to pop in the diffuser. I've been sharing all of my favorite blends from Rocasa. Well, in the fall, it was pumpkin spice, and then it was pumpkin spice mixed with cinnamon bun. Well, my girls, we have officially moved on to Christmas cheer, and it is exactly that. Oh my goodness. It's like 1990s Christmas tree store. That's what it's giving. It's giving, I used to go to this thing called the Festival of Trees with my mom every single year, where we'd like walk around, we would decorate Christmas cookies, we would look at trees that were decorated. I think that's why it was called the Festival of Trees. But I would go to it every single year, and that's exactly what this smells like. So we're gonna start the diffuser, turn on the Christmas music, and let's go for day 2. Okay, before we do the banister, I'm actually going to do the landing right there. You can see I put the little truck there, and then, all right, so I add 2 of these, one on like either side of the little truck up there, and it makes like the perfect little landing. I say it every year. You guys ready for it? Every year. When we were designing this house, vividly, I remember we signed to build this house in like December 2019. Ideal timing before 2020. But everything was like, you know, designed and all of the things. We specifically, myself and Kaya, but it was Kaya's idea, specifically designed that little like cutout cove in the landing for Christmas decorations and holiday decorations. When we were designing the house, we thought about that. Like, you know what? Have like a little place for the kids' pictures, you know, like all like the little family memories, and for holiday decorating. So every year when I'm decorating for the fall, for the spring, for of course Christmas, it always gives me like that warm and fuzzy feeling, remembering being like in that meeting with the architect and like drawing out that little cove, and just how much joy it has brought over the years. Because every day I walk down the stairs, I see their little pictures, or I see like our decorations, and it just brings all of the joy. Girls, fa la 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 la. It feels so good to have the house decorated. And then I just got myself into very festive PJs. I felt like that was the reward that I deserved after the last 2 days. I desperately need to wash my hair, so I actually might hop into the shower and do that tonight. And then I'm going to pop on my absolute, oh my goodness, this is so good. I've been sharing it over on Instagram a ton. My absolute favorite new holiday whipped body butter from Primally Pure. I will share the link with you girls in the description box down below. This smells so unbelievably good. You don't need to sacrifice enjoying the holiday season. You can be non-toxic and enjoy the holidays. And I just want to thank you girls so much for watching today's video and hanging out with me the last 2 days. I hope that you enjoyed this cozy holiday decorate with me and it gave you a ton of inspiration for your holiday. And I also hope that it just put you in the festive spirit. And if you liked today's video, you can let me know by giving a big thumbs up. And now the subscribe button is right over here on the screen. Give that a click. That way you don't miss a single video. And I hope to see you back here next Thursday.